Marcus Chen stared at his apartment and felt embarrassed. Empty food containers covered the table. Dirty clothes made a mountain in the corner. He could not remember when he last cleaned the bathroom. Working 12-hour shifts on Threshold 7 station left no energy for housework. His friend David had suggested hiring help. Marcus resisted at first. He was an engineer, capable and independent. But tonight he stepped on something sticky and gave up. He opened the station service directory and found the cleaning section. Most profiles showed humans or real Athenians. Then he saw her listing, Kessie, Valenthian, 5-star rating. Professional cleaning and household management. The price seemed reasonable. He booked her for the next day. Marcus did not know much about Valenthians. They kept to themselves mostly. He had seen a few around the station. Tall people with skin that changed colors. They worked hard and never caused problems. That seemed good enough. Kessie arrived exactly on time. Marcus opened the door and froze for a moment. She stood nearly 7 feet tall. Her skin had a smooth texture that shifted between blue and purple in the hallway light. Large dark eyes studied him briefly. She wore a simple gray work uniform that seemed very clean and neat. "I am Kessie," she said. Her voice was soft and musical. "You requested cleaning services?" "Yes, come in." "Sorry about the mess." Marcus stepped aside. Kessie walked through his apartment without expression. She looked at everything carefully. Her skin flickered green for just a second. Marcus wondered what that meant. "I will need 4 hours," she said. "Is this acceptable?" "Sure, whatever you need. I will be in my room working if you need anything." Kessie nodded once and began unpacking supplies from her bag. Marcus retreated to his bedroom and tried to focus on equipment reports. He felt strangely nervous having someone in his space. The sounds of cleaning filled the apartment. Water running, quiet movements, soft humming. Marcus found the humming oddly pleasant. It had a rhythm that helped him concentrate. 3 hours later, he emerged for water. He stopped and stared. His apartment looked completely different. The floors actually shined. Everything had a place. Even the air smelled fresh. Kessie was organizing his bookshelf by size and color. "This looks amazing," Marcus said. "Thank you." Kessie glanced at him. "I am not finished." "Still, you are really good at this." He smiled at her. Her skin flickered that green color again. She turned back to the books without responding. Marcus made coffee and offered her a cup. Kessie paused, seemed uncertain, then shook her head. He shrugged and sat at his now clean table. He tried to make conversation while she worked. "How long have you been on the station?" 2 years? "Do you like it here?" "It is acceptable." "Where are you from originally?" "Valenth Prime." Her answers stayed short and polite but distant. Marcus gave up on chatting. Kessie clearly preferred to work in silence. He respected that. Not everyone wanted to be friends with their clients. She finished exactly at the 4-hour mark. Marcus paid her and added a generous tip. "Would you be willing to come back? Maybe once a week?" Kessie considered this. "I can schedule regular appointments." "Great. Same time next week?" She nodded and left quietly. Marcus looked around his clean apartment and felt genuine relief. This arrangement would work perfectly. The next week, Kessie returned. She worked with the same quiet efficiency. Marcus stayed out of her way. The week after that, the same. A comfortable routine developed. His apartment stayed clean. Kessie arrived, worked, and left. They barely spoke. Then came the accident. Marcus was doing maintenance in the lower engineering section. A panel seal failed and sharp metal edge caught his forearm. The cut was not terrible, but it bled heavily. He wrapped it with a dirty rag and headed home early. He forgot Kessie was scheduled for that afternoon. When he walked in holding his bleeding arm, she was cleaning his kitchen. She turned and saw the blood. Her skin flashed bright crimson. Her whole body went rigid. For 3 seconds, she just stared. Then she moved faster than Marcus thought possible. "Sit down now," she commanded. Her voice had completely changed. It held authority and something else. Concern, maybe? Marcus sat. Kessie grabbed her supply bag and pulled out a medical kit. Her hands shook slightly as she unwrapped his makeshift bandage. She made a soft sound in her throat when she saw the wound. "This needs proper cleaning," she said. She worked quickly, but so gently. Her long fingers moved with careful precision. She cleaned the cut, applied antiseptic, and wrapped it in professional bandaging. The whole time her skin stayed that intense crimson color. "You should have gone to medical," she said softly. "It is not that bad. I have had worse." Kessie looked up at him. Her large eyes seemed different somehow, deeper. "You should not ignore injuries. Your body deserves better care." Something in how she said it made Marcus feel warm. "Thank you for helping me." Her skin pulsed darker red. She did not let go of his hand right away. When she finally did, she seemed reluctant. The next day, Kessie arrived 2 hours early. Marcus answered the door in his sleep clothes, confused. "I wanted to check your wound," she explained. "Oh, okay. Come in." She examined his arm carefully. Satisfied it was healing well, she should have left. Instead, she started cooking breakfast. Marcus watched in surprise as she prepared a meal with ingredients from his kitchen he did not know he had. "You do not have to do this," he said. "I want to." She placed a plate in front of him. The food smelled incredible. Over the following days, Kessie's behavior changed completely. She came earlier and stayed later. She cooked meals. She organized things he never asked her to touch. She rearranged his schedule and left notes about appointments. When David visited, Kessie positioned herself between them. Her skin turned orange, and color Marcus had never seen on her before. Something was happening, and Marcus had no idea what. On Friday, he decided to ask directly, "Kessie, is everything all right?" "You've been different this week." She stopped organizing his closet, turned to face him fully. Her skin shifted through several colors before settling on deep purple. "You bled for me," she said quietly. "You came home injured and let me tend your wounds. You trusted me with your physical well-being. You shared your life essence in my presence." Marcus felt confused. "I just needed help with a cut." "What?" Her voice was firm. "In my culture, this is how bonding begins. You chose me. You opened yourself to me. This means we are bound now. I am yours. And you are mine." The words hung in the air. Marcus felt his heart start beating faster. What had he accidentally done? Part 2. Cultural collision. Marcus felt panic rising in his chest. Bonded. He barely knew Kessie. She was his maid. This had to be a misunderstanding. Wait, he said, holding up his hands. "I think there is confusion here. I did not choose you for anything. You helped me with first aid. That is all. Just basic medical care." Kessie's skin flickered between purple and gray. "You do not understand. On Velenth, we do not allow others to touch our blood. We do not show vulnerability to strangers. When you came to me injured, when you sat and let me care for you, this was a declaration. But I did not know that. Does it matter?" She tilted her head. "The action was taken. The bond was formed. I accepted. We are connected now." Marcus ran his hand through his hair. This was insane. "Kessie, I cannot be bonded to you. We are from different species, different worlds. I hired you to clean my apartment." Her skin turned completely gray. She looked down. "You reject the bond?" "No, yes. Marcus felt terrible. She looked genuinely hurt. "I just do not understand what is happening. I should leave." Kessie gathered her things quickly. "I will send another cleaner for your future needs." "I apologize for the misunderstanding." Her voice sounded hollow. After she left, Marcus felt awful. He called David immediately. "You did what?" David laughed. "Man, you accidentally got alien married? This is not funny." She looked so sad. "What do I do? Research Valenthian customs, maybe? Before you make it worse?" Marcus spent the entire weekend reading everything he could find about Valenthians. What he learned made his stomach sink. Bonding was serious in their culture. It was not quite marriage, but close. Once someone declared a bond, rejecting it caused deep shame. The rejected person often faced social exile. They were seen as unworthy, damaged. He also learned that Kessie came from a high-ranking family. Her profile mentioned it briefly. The Kessiver clan held political power on Velenth Prime, but she had left to work on frontier stations. The articles did not say why. Monday morning, Marcus went to find her. He checked the service directory. Her profile was deleted. He asked around the Valenthian residential section. People gave him cold looks and refused to help. Finally, an elderly Valenthian woman took pity on him. "You are the human who shamed Kessie." "I did not mean to. I did not understand. Please, I need to talk to her." The woman studied him. "She is in Section 14, Unit 42. But you should leave her alone. You have done enough damage." Marcus found the unit and knocked. Kessie answered. Her skin was dull gray. She looked tired. "Marcus, why are you here?" "I did research. I understand better now. Can we talk?" She hesitated, then let him inside. Her apartment was small and very neat. Simple furniture. No decorations except one small plant with glowing blue flowers. "I am sorry," Marcus said. "I did not know about your customs. I did not mean to hurt you." "I know. It was my fault for assuming you understood." Her voice was quiet. "I will recover. Please do not worry," the research said. "Rejection causes social problems for you." Kessie's skin flickered slightly. "It is not your concern." "But it is. I caused this." Marcus sat down. "Tell me the truth. What happens now?" She was quiet for a long moment. Then she sighed. "My family has been trying to arrange a political bonding for me. With someone I do not like or respect, I came here to escape that pressure. When you accidentally initiated a bond, it gave me protection. I could claim I was already committed. But now, ... double quotes, she trailed off. They will force you into this political thing. Most likely, I will return home soon. It is time." Marcus felt anger on her behalf. "That is not fair. You should get to choose." Valenthians believe family duty comes before personal preference. That is terrible. Kessie almost smiled. "Perhaps. But it is our way." Over the next week, Marcus could not stop thinking about her situation. It felt wrong. Meanwhile, he noticed other Valenthians on the station treating him differently. They nodded respectfully when they saw him. Some even spoke to him in friendly tones. David explained it. "Dude, you accidentally bonded with Valenthian royalty, basically. Even though she rejected it publicly, some of them still think you two are connected. It is giving you status." Marcus did not want status. He wanted to fix his mess. Then Kessie's family arrived. 3 Valenthians in expensive clothing came to the station. They demanded a meeting with Kessie. Marcus heard about it through station gossip. He went to find her. She was in a conference room with her family members. They were speaking rapid Valenthian. Their skin colors flashed angry orange and red. Kessie stood with her head down, skin gray and submissive. Marcus knocked and entered without permission. "Who is this human?" one of the family members demanded. "I am Marcus Chen. I am the one Kessie bonded with." The bond was false. She admitted this. "The bond was real," Marcus said. He had no idea where the words came from. "I was ignorant, but that does not make it false." Kessie's head snapped up. Her eyes were wide. The family member laughed coldly. "You rejected her." "Everyone knows. I made a mistake. I did not understand what I was doing, and now." The family member stepped closer. "What are you doing now, human?" Marcus moved without thinking. He stepped in front of Kessie, placed himself between her and her family. "I am protecting what is mine." Ow. The room went silent. All 3 family members stared at him. Then at Kessie. Her skin was no longer gray. It was bright, brilliant gold. "Protection stance," one family member whispered. He performed the protection stance. "What does that mean?" Marcus asked. The lead family member bowed slightly. "It means you have confirmed mutual commitment. In our culture, standing between your bonded one and threat is the highest declaration of partnership. You have accepted her fully." Marcus looked at Kessie. Her golden skin pulsed with light. Tears ran down her face. I did not know I was doing that either, he admitted. Perhaps, the family member said. But you did it anyway. We will report this to the family council. Kessie is released from her political obligations. They left quickly. Kessie and Marcus stood alone in the conference room. She was still crying in glowing gold. Why did you do that? She asked, because it was wrong. What they were doing to you? You deserve to choose your own life. You just bonded yourself to me. For real this time, do you understand that? Marcus thought about it. Thought about her kindness when she cleaned his apartment. Her gentle hands when she bandaged his wound. The sadness in her when he rejected her. The way she made his coffee exactly right, without being asked. Yeah, he said. I think I do understand. And I think maybe I want to. Kessie's skin blazed even brighter gold. For the first time since he met her, she smiled fully. It transformed her whole face. You are very strange, Marcus Chen. You are stuck with me now, apparently. Yes, she said softly. And you are stuck with me. Somehow Marcus did not mind that at all. Part 3. Accidental devotion news traveled fast on Threshold 7 station. By the next morning, everyone knew Marcus Chen had bonded with a Valenthian from a powerful family. The gossip was everywhere. Human friends thought he was crazy. You barely know her, David said over lunch. And now you are basically married? It is not exactly marriage, Marcus defended. Though he was not entirely sure what it was. Close enough, man. What were you thinking? Marcus did not have a good answer. He had acted on instinct. Seeing Kessie cornered by her family had triggered something protective in him. Now he was dealing with consequences he did not fully understand. The Valenthians on the station treated him completely differently now. They bowed slightly when passing him. They invited him to cultural events. One elder gave him a book about Valenthian bonding customs. You should read this, she said kindly. Since you are one of us now. Kessie moved into his apartment 3 days later. She arrived with 2 small bags containing all her possessions. Bonded pairs live together, she explained. It is expected. Marcus helped her unpack. She did not have much. Some clothes. A few books written in Valenthian symbols. The glowing blue plant from her old apartment. She placed it carefully on the windowsill. That plant is important to you, Marcus observed. My mother gave it to me before I left home. It only blooms when it senses compatible life nearby. She touched a glowing petal gently. It has not bloomed in 2 years. But look. Today it opened 3 new flowers. Marcus looked at the blue blossoms. Because of me? Because of us. She smiled. It senses the bond. Living with Kessie was different than Marcus expected. She did not just clean now. She organized his entire existence. She learned his schedule and had coffee ready exactly when he woke up. She prepared meals that matched his nutritional needs perfectly. She laid out his clothes based on what meetings he had that day. At first, Marcus appreciated the help. Then it became overwhelming. Kessie, you do not have to do all this, he said one morning. I can make my own coffee. Her skin flickered uncertain yellow. I want to care for you. This is how Valenthians show bond commitment. I know, but I am not Valenthian. I am not used to someone doing everything for me. She looked hurt. You do not like my care? That is not what I mean. I need some independence too. I understand. But her skin stayed yellow for the rest of the day. Marcus felt guilty. He was clearly doing this wrong. He read the book the elder gave him every night, trying to understand Valenthian bonding better. It was complicated. Their relationships were based on complete transparency and interdependence. Privacy was seen as a barrier to true connection. That was hard for Marcus. He had lived alone for 5 years. He was used to his own space, his own thoughts, his own schedule. Meanwhile, a new problem arrived. A corporate investigator named Collins came to the station. She was looking into illegal bonding contracts. Apparently, some wealthy humans were forcing bonds with rare species for status and prestige. The practice was highly illegal, but difficult to prove. Collins interviewed Marcus in her temporary office. She was sharp-eyed and skeptical. Tell me how you met Kessie, she demanded. Marcus explained. The cleaning service. The accident. The cultural misunderstanding. It all sounded ridiculous out loud. So you hired her? She became obsessed with you after a minor medical incident, and now you live together. Do you see how that looks? It was not like that. I did not force anything. Did you pay her extra? Make promises? Threaten her employment status? No. I barely talked to her before the accident. Collins made notes. I will need to interview Kessie separately and review your financial records. Do not leave the station. Marcus felt sick. This could destroy everything. He could face criminal charges, deportation, and Kessie would be humiliated. Investigated like a victim or a conspirator, when he told Kessie about the investigation, she went completely still. Her skin turned dark purple. This is my fault, she whispered. I have ruined your life. You have not ruined anything. They think you forced me. They think you are a criminal because of me. Tears rolled down her face. I cannot let this happen to you. The next day, Kessie went to Collins voluntarily. Marcus was not allowed in the interview room. He waited outside for 2 hours, stomach twisted with anxiety. When Kessie emerged, her skin was gray. She would not look at him. What happened? Marcus asked. I told her the truth, that the bond was my mistake, that I misunderstood your intentions, that you were kind enough to play along to protect me from my family, but the bond is not real. Marcus felt like she had punched him. Why'd you say that? To save you? They will drop the investigation if they think it was all my cultural confusion. You will be free. I do not want to be free. Not like that. Marcus, please? Let me fix what I broke. You did not break anything. He grabbed her shoulders. People in the corridor stared. Stop trying to sacrifice yourself. It is what I must do. You do not understand. If they charge you because of me, I could not live with that guilt. And what about you? What happens when you lie and say the bond is false? Her skin flickered. I will return to Valenth Prime. Accept the political bonding my family arranged. It does not matter. It matters to me. She finally met his eyes. Why? Why do you care what happens to me? Marcus did not have a prepared answer. But standing there looking at her sad face and gray skin, he realized the truth. Because somewhere between you organizing my entire life and cooking me breakfast and putting that ridiculous plant on my windowsill, I started caring about you. Really caring. Not because of cultural obligations or accidental bonds. Because you are kind and smart and you hum when you think. I am not listening, and you deserve better than being used as a political tool. Kessie's skin began to shift. Gray faded to yellow, then to soft blue. You care about me? She whispered. Yeah, I really do. Even though I am too much. Too involved in your life. Too different. Especially because of those things. Marcus smiled. You make my life better, Kessie. Busier and more complicated, sure, but better. Her skin turned pink, then rose, then brilliant gold. She threw her arms around him right there in the public corridor. Other people walked past, some smiling, some staring. Care about you too, she said into his shoulder. So much it frightens me. The hearing happened 3 days later. Marcus and Kessie sat before Collins and a panel of station officials. Collins presented her evidence and concerns. The panel asked questions. Finally, they asked Marcus directly, is this bond genuine or coerced? Marcus stood up. When this started, I had no idea what I was doing. I was ignorant about Valenthian culture, but I have learned. I have read their customs. I understand now what bonding means, and I am choosing it. Not because Kessie trapped me or I trapped her, but because I want to choose her. I want to learn about her people. I want to build something real with her. Is that okay with human law? The panel members looked at each other. Collins reviewed her notes. The law is designed to prevent exploitation, Collins said finally. I do not see exploitation here. I see two adults navigating cultural differences. Case dismissed. Kessie's skin exploded into golden light so bright several people shielded their eyes. She grabbed Marcus's hand and held on tight. Outside the hearing room, she looked at him seriously. "You chose me. With full knowledge this time. I did. This means the bond is mutual now. Equal. Do you understand what you have committed to?" Marcus thought about it. "Probably not completely. But I want to find out." Kessie smiled. "Then I will teach you. If you will teach me about humans too, deal." She kissed his cheek. Her lips were surprisingly warm. "We are really doing this." "Yeah, we really are." Whatever came next, they would face it together. That felt right to Marcus. More right than anything had felt in years. Part 4. Learning to be hers. Marcus thought choosing Kessie would be the hard part. He was wrong. Living as her bonded partner was much harder. Kessie took her role seriously. She began teaching him Valenthian bonding customs the day after the hearing. Some were beautiful. Every morning she would hum a specific melody while making breakfast. The song was different each time, personalized to her mood and dreams from the night before. Bonded pairs share their inner worlds through harmonic expression, she explained. My morning song tells you what I am feeling without words. Marcus tried to learn the meanings. High notes meant happiness. Low notes meant worry. Fast tempo meant excitement. It was like learning a new language. Other customs confused him. Valenthians believed bonded pairs should know each other's schedules exactly. Kessie asked him detailed questions about his day every evening. Where did you go? Who did you talk to? What did you eat? How did you feel? At first, Marcus answered patiently. Then it started feeling invasive. Do you really need to know I spoke to Jenkins about power couplings for 20 minutes? He asked one night. Kessie's skin flickered yellow. I want to know your whole day. To understand your experiences. But why? It was boring technical stuff, because your experiences are part of you, and you are part of me now. How can I truly know you if I do not know how you spend your time? Marcus rubbed his temples. Humans need privacy. We do not share everything. Why not? Because we just do not. Some thoughts and moments are private, or skin turned gray. You want to hide parts of yourself from me? Not hide. Just keep some things to myself. That is the same thing. She looked genuinely distressed. How can we be bonded if you keep parts of yourself separate? They argued about it for an hour. Neither understood the other's perspective. Kessie went to bed with her skin still gray. Marcus stayed up reading more about Valenthian psychology. He learned that Valenthians had a fundamentally different concept of self. Humans saw themselves as individuals who chose to connect. Valenthians saw themselves as inherently interconnected, with bonding being the deepest expression of that connection. Privacy felt like rejection to them. The next morning, Marcus tried to explain human psychology to Kessie. She listened carefully, her skin shifting through thoughtful colors. So humans are naturally more separated? She asked. We value independence. We love people, but we also need space for ourselves. That sounds lonely. Sometimes it is. But it also means when we choose to share something, it is special. Kessie considered this. I am trying to understand. But it is very different from how I was raised. I know. I am trying to. They agreed to compromise. Marcus would share more of his daily details. Kessie would accept that some thoughts stayed private. It was uncomfortable for both of them, but they were trying. The real test came 2 months later. Marcus was working in the deep engineering section when a catastrophic failure happened. A coolant pipe burst. Emergency alarms screamed through the corridors. The section began depressurizing rapidly. Marcus and 3 other engineers were trapped. The emergency doors sealed them in. They had maybe 20 minutes of air. Send distress signal, Marcus ordered. His hands were steady, but his heart pounded. He had been in dangerous situations before. This was worse. The pressure differential would kill them when the air ran out. On the other side of the station, Kessie was preparing dinner when the emergency alert came through. Engineering section compromised. Personnel trapped. Her whole body went rigid. She checked the personnel list. Marcus Chen, trapped. Her skin flashed through every color. Red panic. Black terror. Then white. Pure, cold determination. She abandoned dinner and ran. Not to the emergency response area. They would follow protocol, which was slow. Kessie ran to the Valenthian residential section. Burst into the elder's apartment without knocking. I need your communication access now. The elder looked startled. Kessie, what is wrong? My bonded is dying. I need political channels. Your family has them. The elder understood immediately. She activated her private communicator. Who do you need? Everyone. Station director. Corporate emergency response. Anyone who can authorize immediate action. The next 15 minutes, Kessie used every connection her family had. She called in favors. Made threats. Reminded people of political debts. She was not gentle or polite. She was desperate. The station director himself called the emergency response team. Override standard protocol. Get those engineers out now. Use whatever resources needed. The rescue team cut through the sealed doors in 18 minutes. They pulled 4 unconscious engineers into safe atmosphere. Marcus was last. He was not breathing. They revived him in the medical bay. When his eyes opened, the first thing he saw was Kessie. Her skin was completely colorless. Transparent almost. She was shaking. You stopped breathing, she whispered. Your heart stopped for 40 seconds. Marcus tried to speak. His throat hurt from the thin air. Do not talk. She held his hand so tight it hurt. Just breathe. Just stay alive. The doctor checked his vitals. He will be fine. Needs rest and oxygen therapy? Very lucky. After the doctor left, Kessie broke down. She collapsed into the chair beside his bed and sobbed. Her whole body shook with it. Tears poured down her transparent skin. Marcus had never seen her lose control like this. She was always composed, always graceful. Now she was falling apart. He pulled her hand to his chest. Let her feel his heartbeat. I am okay, he said hoarsely. I am here. You almost were not. I almost lost you. She looked at him with devastated eyes. Do you understand what that would have done to me? Valenthians bond for life. If you died, part of me would die too. I would never be whole again. Marcus felt the weight of that. She was not exaggerating. This was not human dating that could end. This was permanent. Forever. Her entire emotional well-being was tied to him now. I am sorry, he said. Sorry. You nearly died and you were sorry? For not understanding how serious this is. The bond. What it means to you. Kessie took shaky breaths. What it means to us. You are mine, Marcus, and I am yours. That is not poetry. It is biology. It is soul deep. When they told me you were trapped, I felt it in my body. Like part of me was being torn away. Marcus pulled her closer. She climbed onto the medical bed and curled against him, careful of his oxygen tubes. Her skin slowly gained color again. Soft blue, then pink, then gold where she touched him. I love you, Marcus said. He had not said it before, had not been sure, but nearly dying gave clarity. I do not know all the customs yet. I still need privacy sometimes. I probably do things wrong. But I love you, Kessie. Her skin blazed so bright the medical monitors beeped alarms. She kissed him. Properly this time. Not a gentle cheek kiss, but a real kiss that made his heart rate spike on the monitors. I love you too, she said against his lips. My bonded. My partner. My everything. The doctor came back to check the alarms. Saw them tangled together, smiled and left them alone. Marcus stayed in medical for 2 days. Kessie never left his side. She hummed her morning songs, told him about her day in exhaustive detail, asked him how he felt every hour, and Marcus answered every question, every detail, because he finally understood. This was not invasion. This was love in her language. She needed to know everything because knowing him was how she loved him. On the third day, they went home. Marcus was on light duty for a week. Kessie took time off to care for him. She fussed over him constantly, made special healing foods, checked his breathing while he slept. Now, Marcus said on day 5. You can relax. I cannot. Not yet. Her skin was still slightly pale. I almost lost you. I need time to believe you are really safe. So Marcus let her fuss. Let her check his vitals. Let her hold him while they slept, because this was how she healed from the trauma. And he was learning to love her language. One evening, he started humming. Badly and off-key, but trying. Kessie looked up from her reading. What are you doing? Sharing my inner world, Marcus said. I am happy, grateful, safe with you. Kessie's skin turned brilliant gold. You are learning. I am trying. For you. She kissed him softly. And I am trying for you. We will figure this out together. Marcus hummed again. Kessie harmonized with him. 2 melodies. It's different, but complementary. Together, they made something beautiful. That was bonding, Marcus realized. Not becoming the same, but learning each other's songs until they made harmony. He was finally starting to understand. Part 5. Claimed and claiming 6 months passed. Marcus learned to read Kessie's skin colors like reading emotions on a human face. Blue meant contentment. Purple meant thoughtfulness. Pink meant affection. Gold meant deep joy. Gray was sadness. He now knew how to comfort. Kessie learned human customs too. She understood now that when Marcus wanted to be alone for a bit, he still loved her. He just needed to recharge his social energy. She learned that humans showed love through words more than actions. So she told him, I love you every day, even though it felt redundant to her. They built a life together. A strange hybrid of human and Valenthian traditions. Morning humming songs followed by coffee and conversation. Detailed schedule sharing balanced with private journaling time. They were learning each other's languages. Then Earth Central Engineering sent a message. Marcus read it 3 times before believing it. They wanted him for a senior position on Earth. Core world assignment. State-of-the-art facilities. Triple his current salary. It was everything he had dreamed about when he graduated engineering school. What is wrong? Kessie asked. She could always tell when something bothered him. Marcus showed her the message. She read it carefully. Her skin went through several colors, yellow, gray, then settled on neutral blue. This is a great opportunity, she said. Yeah, you should accept. Marcus looked at her sharply, just like that. It is your dream job. On Earth, you told me about wanting to work in the core worlds. Her voice was calm, but her skin flickered slightly gray. Kessie, you cannot get Earth visas easily. Valenthians are restricted because of the population density laws. So if I take this job, we would be separated. Yes. Her skin was definitely graying now. But I will not hold you back from your dreams. I would never do that. Marcus felt frustrated. This is not about holding me back. Then what is it about? It is about us. Making decisions together. It's not just me chasing my dreams while you sacrifice yours. Kessie's skin flashed surprised orange. You would consider not taking the position? Of course I would consider it. You are my bonded partner. That means something. It means I want you to be happy. And this job would make you happy. Would it? Would I be happy on Earth without you? She looked away. You would adjust. Humans are good at adjusting. Marcus realized what she was doing. She was being brave. Selfless. Exactly like when she offered to lie to the investigators to save him. She was ready to sacrifice her own happiness for his success. No, Marcus said firmly. No what? No, I am not accepting the position. Not if it means leaving you behind. Kessie's skin flashed angry red. You are being foolish. It's your career, and you are my life. There is a difference. Listen to me. I will not be the thing that traps you on a frontier station. I will not be the reason you give up your dreams. You are not trapping me. I am choosing. There is a difference. Her skin cycled through colors rapidly. Red anger, gray sadness. Gray sadness. Why are you choosing me over this opportunity? Because opportunities come and go. But you are once in a lifetime. You think I would trade that for a fancy job title? Most humans would. Then I am not most humans. Marcus took her hands. Kessie, I spent 5 years alone on frontier stations before I met you. I had my career, my independence, my privacy. And I was lonely. So lonely I did not even realize it anymore. Then you walked into my messy apartment and somehow became the most important person in my universe. I am not giving that up. Tears rolled down her face. I do not want you to resent me later. When you are still on this station in 10 years, doing the same work, you might hate me for it. Never. I could never hate you. Marcus wiped her tears. Besides, there are other options. We could look for positions together. Find stations or colonies that want both an engineer and someone with your skills. Build a life we both choose. Kessie looked at him with those large dark eyes. You would do that? Change your whole career path for me, Kessie? I walked into a hearing and claimed you in front of station officials without fully understanding what I was doing. I think we established that I do reckless things when it comes to you. She laughed through her tears. You are reckless, strange, and human, and yours. Yes, mine. She kissed him. Yeah. But I am not letting you just reject Earth Central without exploring all options first. We will research. Find something that works for both of us. They spent 3 weeks researching. They found a possibility. A frontier research station called Haven 12. The station specialized in cross-species cooperation and technology.
Oh.
They needed engineers. They also needed cultural liaisons with Valenthian connections for a new trade. Partnership program Marcus and Kessie applied together. 2 weeks later, they had an answer. Haven 12 wanted them both. The pay was not as good as Earth Central. The station was even more remote than Threshold 7. But they would be together. They would both have meaningful work. Should we accept? Marcus asked. I think we should. Weird. They sent their acceptance the same day, gave notice on Threshold, started packing for the move. David helped Marcus pack his belongings. You are really doing this? Turning down Earth for another frontier station? Yeah, because of her? Because of us? There is a difference. David shook his head. You have changed, man. 6 months ago, you could barely handle having a maid. Now, you are planning your whole career around this alien woman. Marcus smiled. She is not just an alien woman. She is my bonded partner, my family, my home, wherever we are.
No.
That is disgustingly romantic. I know. On their last night on Threshold 7, Marcus and Kessie sat in their empty apartment. All the furniture was packed. They sat on the floor where they had first talked about bonding, where everything started. Do you regret it? Kessie asked. Any of this? Marcus thought about the question seriously. The confusion, the cultural misunderstandings, the investigation, the near-death experience, the sacrifice dream job? No, not even a little bit. You? Never. Her skin was pure gold. You were the best accident that ever happened to me? Is that what I am? An accident? You were. But now you are a choice. Every day I choose you, and every day you choose me back. Yeah, I do. Marcus pulled her close. You know, when you first told me about bonding, I thought you were claiming me, like I was some kind of possession, and now I understand that we claimed each other. It is mutual, equal." Kessie smiled. "You learned I had a good teacher." He kissed her forehead. "Besides, I like being claimed by you.
Us.
It means I am yours. And you are mine. No one else gets that. No one else ever will. Valenthians bond for life, remember. Good. Because I am not going anywhere. You are stuck with me forever. Forever is a long time. Not long enough." Kessie laughed. That clear musical sound that Marcus had learned to love. "You have become very Valenthian in your thinking. Maybe you have become a bit human. We meet in the middle." "Yes, in the middle. That is what bonding is, I think. Creating something new together." They sat in comfortable silence. The glowing blue plant sat between them. It had 15 blooms now. More than Kessie had ever seen on one plant. It sensed the bond, responded to their connection. "Ready for Haven 12? Marcus asked. "Ready for anywhere, as long as you are there?" That was incredibly cheesy. "I learned from you." They laughed together. Their transport left in the morning. A new station, new jobs, new adventures. But they would face everything together. Marcus thought about that first day, when he hired a Valenthian maid because his apartment was messy. He never imagined it would lead here, to love, to bonding, to building a shared life across species and cultures. "Hey, Kessie. Yes, thank you for not giving up on me. And I was ignorant and confused and kept accidentally bonding with you." Her skin glowed warm pink. "Thank you for stepping in front of me, for choosing me, for learning my language. Always." They spent their last night on Threshold 7 humming together. Two melodies weaving into harmony. Different species, different backgrounds, different languages. But somehow they made perfect sense together. The next morning, they boarded their transport. Kessie took Marcus's hand as the station disappeared behind them. Her skin shifted through happy colors. Gold and pink and bright blue. "Nervous?" Marcus asked. "No." Excited. "We are starting our real life now. Together. Together." Marcus agreed. Someone once told him that Valenthians claimed their bonded ones completely, possessed them. He used to fear that. Now he understood the truth. Kessie had claimed him, but he had claimed her right back. They belonged to each other, chose each other, every single day, and Marcus would not have it any other way. Their new life waited ahead, full of possibilities, full of challenges, full of love. The human who got too close to his alien maid had found something he never expected. He found home. Not in a place, but in a person, in Kessie's hand holding his. In her morning songs. In the gold glow of her skin when she looked at him, he was hers. She was his, and that was everything. The end.